Please feel free to unmute your line. Tell us where you guys are calling in from. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your name, what area. We have several groups of people that have been gathering together. And so please introduce yourself. Let us know. Let us hear from you.
I'm Francis from Ottawa, Canada.
Hi, Francis. Welcome. We're so glad you joined us.
Good morning, Francis.
Good morning.
Kathy from Valerie from British Columbia.
Victoria.
Good to see you. Thank you for joining us today.
I bet it's beautiful in British Columbia.
Lots of green, lots of beautiful trees.
Canada is so beautiful. You know, I grew up in Canada. The summers on Lake in the Woods, Canada. So I have great memories, beautiful memories of Canada. Just an amazing, beautiful place all over, you know, so it's so awesome. Welcome. We're glad you joined.
Shauna from South Dakota, and I invited a guest from South Africa. So, yay!
We're so glad that you are on. Welcome, Shauna. Who is your guest?
I can't pronounce his name, Frederico something. I cannot pronounce his last name. So I actually call him Fred because I'm excited.
Oh,
you guys are amazing leaders, and people should be so excited for today.
Yes.
So just.
Oh, thank you, Shauna. She came into the New Age RX business through a company called Limu. And she is a rock star leader in the company and just an amazing businesswoman, traditional business, as well as, well, she's entrepreneurial in every sense. So Shauna, we're so glad you joined.
Glad to be with you, amazing leaders.
It's Kathy from Kamloops, and Roderick should be on fairly soon if he's not on now. I've already talked to him this morning.
Hey, Miss Kathy.
Hello, girls.
It's good to see you.
Yes. So exciting to be on here.
Oh, thank you for joining us.
And enjoyed speaking with him this week. Just a really amazing young man. So he's going to do great things in Africa without a doubt.
Oh, for sure, for sure. He's so excited.
Can I ask Janene Van Der Linde, can you unmute and introduce your group to us, Janene? And I want to ask Jimmy and Anri, can you unmute your Bloom 2 group and introduce all of you to us?
Hi, Erika.
Hey, you guys.
Hi. Lindi here. We've got Annemari here. Hello. And we're busy with.
My goodness, everybody's coming together. Hello, Namibia. Namibia's in the house. Yay. Where are you guys at, Janene?
Good afternoon, Erika.
Is she crying? Is she crying? Oh, goodness.
Hello, Michael.
There's Michael.
Oh, it's Mr. Vlooh.
Hello, Rula.
Hoe gaan het? Very well, thank you.
Oh, it's good to see all you guys. It's wonderful to have you on, and I'm so excited for all the groups that gathered all over Namibia and South Africa. And how much fun is this? We've been having fun today.
Yes, we have. And so I don't know, we've got some people that just joined, so I want to make sure you see my makeup. This is so exciting for me. Now, I've never had dots on my face before, but I'm feeling very glamorous with it. And I decided I think I am African.
You are.
So I was saying that Erika's sort of, we're kind of like cayenne and basil. She's the cayenne. She looks cayenne. I look basil. But I have the cayenne personality and she has the basil personality. So we're a good team. We're a good team. So welcome. Please continue to introduce yourself.
I'm going to give it 3 more minutes, you guys. So feel free to unmute and say hello to us. Tell us where you are from. It would be awesome to meet you.
This is Eva, and I am from Nigeria.
There's our girl.
I love the background, Eva. My gosh.
Oh, just wait till you see my next one.
Oh! I love it.
Welcome, Eva.
Hi, it's Morin Wasdorf from Indiana, Alberta, Canada.
Hey, Miss Morin.
Well, to
Hello.
see you. Welcome.
Good morning, it's Marlene from Penticton, British Columbia, Canada.
Good morning, Marlene.
Hello, Marlene. Great to see you. Glad you jumped on with us today. You're gonna love it. We've got a rock star lineup of people that are coming to share with you today. So very, very exciting.
So
Good morning, Leah Armstrong from Montreal, Canada.
Hello, Lee.
How are
Welcome.
you?
I am well, glad to be here.
Thank you. We're glad you joined too.
Can I ask you to? So, guys, I have this. Okay, who do we have on? Sorry, I missed you.
Erika, you can make all your speakers co-hosts and then they can unmute themselves.
Can you help me with that, Anne?
I'm not the host, only the host can.
He can. You can make Ant co-host.
I did.
I mean, you can make him an also host. You can share hosting with him.
Okay, well, I think all the speakers can just unmute themselves. That might be easiest for me. And then they can unmute themselves and do what they need to do and then mute back up. But Tam, I think we need to start. So welcome, Africa.
We have a song for you. How do we get the song?
Alexa, play Toto, Rains in Africa.
Here's Africa by Toto on Amazon Music.
Alexa, volume 10.
Ready for this, guys?
Can you hear it? And do you hear us?
This is going to be our theme song, right, Erika? I even got to wear some of Erika's jewelry today. I'm feeling very, very African. Welcome, everybody. We're so glad you joined us. Yes,
thank you, you guys.
Today's going to be a beautiful day, an incredible day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We're going to get started here in about 1 minute. If you haven't introduced yourself, please feel free to do that in the chat. Throughout our session, 2 hours packed of the most incredible people. Hello! Hey, you guys! Hello! Can you? I'm feeling very African right now. So oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. Oh, I love you guys. Welcome everyone. We're gonna get started here in just a minute. We're so glad you joined us. We have an action-packed day for you today. Some beautiful, beautiful guests, and we love Africa. Africa is here. Africa is here. So awesome. I just said, is Erika here? We're trying to man several feet at one time, so here we go. All right, you ready?
Alexa, shut down. Okay,
All right.
you guys, I gave Tammy some African lessons today. So I want to say hello to you in different languages. Are you ready?
Do you want to introduce yourself first?
So
tell them who you are.
So those of you who don't know me, my name is Erika van der Merwe. Ek is so Afrikaans soos wat hulle kom. But I live in the US. I was born in South Africa, raised in South Africa, love Africa. Africa is in your blood. It gets under your skin, Tam. It never leaves you. We say Mama Africa. She's with us all the time. And it's just an honor. It's a privilege. It's a beautiful day for me personally to have this virtual event with all my people.
Yay!
And I include my American and Canadian friends in that. You guys are all so welcome. And I want to say, Sawubona. Sawubona.
Sawubona.
Dumelang.
Dumelang.
Not bad. Goeiemorgen.
Goeiemorgen.
Let me just wipe the screen.
You have all these sounds and I'm having to retrain my tongue to speak.
You're not doing bad, Tam.
Okay, thanks.
And then the last one, Molweni ekuseni. Molweni.
Donka? I mean, more donka.
We'll just say good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Erika is trying to teach me. I'm actually learning some Afrikaans, which I'm very excited about. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Tammy Maltby Melchizedek. I am here in the beautiful Colorado Springs, and we're so glad you joined us today. We have a beautiful lineup for people. So there's so that are going to be sharing with you today on many different aspects of what is happening in the pre-launch with South Africa. And really, when we talk about South Africa, we're talking about the cone of Africa, which is really 5 countries.
I believe so.
About 5 countries. And so New Age is coming to Africa. Actually, they are there. Africa is here. And in this very exciting pre-launch time, before we officially launch in South Africa, we have the opportunity to look at the products, look at the business opportunity, lock in your spot, share with those that you love as you link arms and look at the opportunity that is before us.
Oh yeah, and what a beautiful season it is, you guys. It is indeed a new age for Africa. And how beautiful that is. How wonderful to be a part of a group of pioneers that made a decision to take this to the people of Africa. And it really is for everybody. So in saying that, Tam, I think we can go ahead and introduce our first speaker.
Is
what
our
an
first
amazing
speaker
lineup
on
we
here?
have.
Let's make sure.
Okay, so Dr. Kristal Vance. I want to introduce Dr. Kristal, and you can go ahead and do your magic. I want to thank Anthony Morin for being with us on every Zoom, and you are a lifesaver. We thank God you worked at Apple and before ARIIX.
Isn't that the truth?
And we want to invite Dr. Kristal Vance on. She is an amazing woman.
Yes,
if you have not heard Dr. Kristal Vance speak, buckle up because she is dynamite.
Yes.
She's beautiful. She's smart.
Yes, very.
She's dynamic. She's got an incredible passion for what she does. But apart from that, she's an amazing woman. She's a good friend. She's just incredible.
Yes, she is.
And it is our honor to introduce you to Dr. Kristal. Are you there?
I am. Good morning.
There she is.
Hello,
my
hello.
goodness. Hello, beautiful.
I'm in Florida, but you all are in Africa, and that's so cool. That's so cool. And all the Canadians and Americans and like this rocks. This is way better than sitting in a room with 50 patients going, hurry up, Dr. Kristal, hurry up, Dr. Kristal. When is it my turn, Dr. Kristal? And that was my life 2 years ago. And because of this industry, I have been able to retire and do this. This is literally my full-time job. How cool is that?
It's so awesome. You have such an amazing, so I have to tell everyone, Kristal has been a dear friend of mine for 5 years. I knew Kristal before her transformation began. And when I first met Kristal, came to her home, we did the first event. She came from a company called Limu, which is part of our house of brands with the Fokoiden seaweed-based product. And we drove up to her house and in Wyoming, and we saw the incredible effect and that she had on the people in her town. She's a lover of the people. And I just want to say a very warm personal welcome to you, Kristal. I'm so thrilled that she's on my team. I'm so thrilled that I'm business partners with her. And you are going to hear about her transformation, which I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. I'm going to let her tell you because it's so profound. So Kristal, I just want to say I love you, welcome, and jump right in.
Love you too. Now, by chance, do y'all have a picture or do you want me to share a picture?
You can share picture
Okay.
if you want to.
Because it's a whole lot easier for you just to see it than for me to tell you about it. And I'm only going to put it up there for a few seconds, and then I'm going to come back and look at y'all's face. So hold on one second here. Boy, I hope that's the right picture. Oh goodness, hold on one second. I want to make sure it's the right picture. Wouldn't that? Okay, it is. All right. There she is. There's that picture. All right. So yes, both of those are me. And quite honestly, that's when I just finally would let somebody take a picture of me. So I probably was a little bit heavier. And then obviously you can see I've had a weight loss transformation, and it really has been stepping in to what we call a 360 degree of health approach. If you just keep adding healthy things to your lifestyle, eventually all the spots are healthy in your life and you'll have transformations naturally. Like, that's really what I did. I just put a lot of healthy steps and decisions together until eventually I had a great transformation. And that was the side effect of partnering up with a company like this. So I don't know what it is that you're praying for. 5 years ago, I was stressed out to the max as a business owner. I don't know if any of you are small business owners. I was doing $500,000 a year in business with 2 employees and myself, and stressed to the max every single day, which affected my health, which affected my weight, which, right? Like stress, it seems to be the root. Anxiety seems to kind of be the root as our health starts to break down. And so when I was approached with this, like you have been approached and invited here, and you've come into this beautiful community, I don't know what you were praying for. For myself, I was like, I need to find a way to create more money so I can buy back my time. I wanted time freedom. That's what I wanted. That's what I value in my life, is time. And yet it's funny that I was in healthcare and my health wasn't what I was valuing. But yet I was on the other side of that praying that my autoimmune issue would be better, that I could lose some weight, that I'd stop having migraine. Like I had this whole list of health things, but it was all based upon the fact that I wasn't really, I don't know. I got to a period in my life where I was just in a rut and I was just walking with life instead of pursuing the best life.
Yeah, nice. It's so good, Kristal.
And something happened. I was approaching that 40-year-old. Oh shoot! I just told my age. Sorry, y'all. I was approaching.
That's all right. You look 30.
I was
You look 12, Kristal. You look 12.
I was approaching that age, one of those monumental birth dates, and I was like, I'm not looking how I want to look. I'm not earning like I want to earn. I'm not living how I want to look. And I took the rose-colored glasses off. And so if you're here today, whether you have committed to this amazing adventure or if you haven't, I really highly recommend, when this is all said and done, take your rose-colored glasses off, grab a notebook and write down, dream what your perfect day would look like. Because I'm telling you, my life, I had no access 5 years ago to my perfect day. There was no way I could have that perfect day because in the background was always this stress going, ha ha, you're just stepping out of life. That's not really your perfect day. I would literally just have to go on vacation. And if you have to vacation from your life, then it's not really what you want. And I was like, I'm tired of vacationing from my life. I just want to live my life like that every day. And so I took that step. I got a transformation pack. It blows my mind that that is literally all you have to do to get started here. to get a transformation pack, I was already spending money on anything that came in that transformation pack. And yet I wasn't putting it all together. I wasn't making those healthy choices one after another. And then when I did, you saw the picture.
Yeah.
It didn't happen overnight, but I had a lot of results. I felt better. I had more energy. Like I could overcome the stress because of the changes I was making in my body. And now here I am 5 years later. It's insane. I don't need a vacation from my life.
Oh, Kristal.
I do not need a vacation from my life. I live in Florida now where the sun shines all the time. It's amazing. Not in cold Wyoming. I am retired, and I'm not really retired because I don't want to be tired. I want to live life. I want to hang out with people like you. And I want you to know I am so appreciative of Erika and Tammy and Eava, everything that is happening with this Africa team. You guys bring something very unique and very different to what we have here with New Age ARIIX. There is a heart, this extra beat that happens because of you all. And I just want to say thank you for being here today. Thank you for showing up for yourselves, but thank you for co-creating with us. Because what we can do together, that's all this is about. We're going to teach you how you can earn from home. We're going to teach you how you can transform your own health. But at the end of this day, you're going to have a roadmap for health, for finances, but you're going to be a part of something.
Yes.
And without you, it's not near as sweet. So thank you so much for being on here. I know I'm kicking this off. I'm starting this. Is there anything, ladies? I feel like I need
We're
to
so proud of
this
you.
fire. Like, what is it?
I just think you need to come to Colorado, Kristal. That's what I'm thinking.
No, it's going to snow there. I don't go to Colorado. when it
I'll come
snows.
to Florida. How's that? Kristal, thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you, Kristal.
Your
Welcome.
story never, ever gets boring. We love you. We love the way you share. I love your heart. I can pick up your passion. I know you are living life, and life is good.
Yes.
What a blessing. What a beautiful space to find yourself in.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Kristal. We love you dearly. And on
congratulations too.
Oh my
I mean, I just have
gosh.
to say, that picture, that before and after of Kristal, we had probably 15 people that joined in the last couple minutes. And Kristal, can you put that up one more time? There's so many people. You have to see this woman's transformation picture. Look at this. Wow, 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 wow. Do you think this opportunity transformed this doctor's life?
Oh, yeah.
I think the answer is right in front of us.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is, Kristal, congratulations, hugely. What a hope that you share with others, and you're really a beautiful spirit. Thank you for joining us today.
Love you, Kristal. So, Tam, I'm going to give you the honor to introduce Mr. Ian Chandler. And how blessed we are to have Ian on today. Why don't you go ahead, Tam?
Ian is like one of my favorite people in the world. He is actually one of the 7 owners of New Age ARIIX. And when I originally met Ian, it was about a little over a year ago. I was actually with Dr. Kristal and several of our team. He is a beautiful spirit. That's what I will tell you about this man. He lived in China for several years and opened the market in China. So he is an expert in pre-launching and launching this beautiful opportunity in new areas and new markets. He's got so much energy, and I'll tell you, I have deep, deep level of respect for him. And so, Ian, I trust that you are on.
Yes, can you hear me?
There he is. Welcome, Ian. So good to see you.
Hey guys, I apologize. The signal out here, I'm in the middle of nowhere, if you can see.
Oh my gosh.
You really are.
Yeah, we believe in working hard and playing hard. And so today I'm taking my daughter on a little camping trip.
Oh,
So,
fun. Well,
yeah,
thank you
it's
for
a good
joining
time.
us. Gosh.
No, I'm glad that I found this like high spot with a signal. It was important for me to make it to this call because I want to talk about specifically the Africa market and the opportunity that I have been, the scales have been removed from my eyes. I've spent the majority of my career in Asia. So China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Japan, Korea, you name it, I've been in Asia. About half of my life and pretty much all of my career. And it has been so much fun over the last 6, 7, 8 months. Erika, getting to know you, getting to know Frohan, getting to know the entire team in South Africa, but then that's extended to Eve and friends in Nigeria and doctors, lawyers, experts. I mean, for the first time in my life, I got to go to Zambia, Zimbabwe, and South Africa, Johannesburg last October, so about a year ago. And we went to Victoria Falls, and it was on my bucket list. And I got to go to the little devil's pool on the edge of Victoria Falls and stick my head over the waterfall. And it was just once in a lifetime experience. And that experience was made possible by this opportunity. New Age ARIIX is really in an industry that is unlike anything else out there. If you look at traditional business, it's competitive. It's dog eat dog world, and you eat what you kill. And what I love about not only what Dr. Kristal said and what Erika started with is this whole gig, this whole idea is about helping other people set goals, transform their life, and become whatever they want to become. And there's nobody doing that. Okay, you've got in America, on American TV, we have Oprah Winfrey. You had Ellen until she turned out to be not a very nice person. You have a few people who encourage people and inspire people to kind of change their lives for the better. Everything else is just, right? It's competition. And in this one, it's collaboration, right? Everybody is on the same team, rooting for everyone to win, because it's set up so that when you win, everybody wins together. It's not me winning and you losing. It's not a zero-sum game. And so, you know, you saw Kristal's transformation, right? It's pretty amazing. And that's, I don't mean to brag, that's commonplace for the New Age ARIIX family, right? Because we encourage each other to dream big, set goals, transform your life, and become whatever you think you might never have had a chance to be. I grew up in a family that my father was a government employee for 35 years, and he worked very hard. So I learned how to work hard with him, but I had no idea about starting a business or entrepreneurship or setting goals or dreaming big. I mean, we had a great life, but it was always within the constraint of whatever the manager or the boss or the budget decided and allowed. And when you become an entrepreneur, it's scary because you're starting from zero, everything's on you. But in this scenario, it's not you by yourself. You have an entire army of people who are all trying to push towards the same goal, and that's helping you succeed. So in the last 6 and 7 months, again, I have a completely different concept of how to understand Africa over the next 10 years. I believe it will be the largest and the fastest growing economy and markets for all of ARIIX. Seriously, in the next 5 to 10 years, I think you'll grow faster, you'll outpace everywhere else, and it's going to be a powerhouse for years and years to come. I've met a lot of the individuals who have gotten us started, and Tammy, I don't know how you found Erika, and Erika, I don't know how you found Frohan, and Frohan, I don't know how you guys found each other, but it's kind of the law of attraction of amazing attracts amazing. And if I'm looking at this start, we started Korea in 2014, and I was kind of excited, right? And I should have been really excited. I was only kind of excited. And unfortunately, we didn't have this level of leadership, this level of commitment, this level of passion. If I'm looking at who is behind getting this going and getting this started. I told Brent, our CEO, we just merged, so we're now up twice the size of what we used to be. And I was bragging to Brent that I think we've got as good a chance in Africa as anywhere on the planet to grow organically and to really transform people's lives. So to everyone on the call, I want to just seriously thank you on behalf of every owner, every founder, every investor, because we're a public company now. We hope you can join on every aspect of the business, whether it's just the products and transformation, or the business side and actually making an impact in your finances, or the investor side, and let us give you stocks that will grow over time as your business grows. So when you're investing in your business, you're really investing in your own future wealth. And that's something that no one can take away from you. And that's what I love about this industry. It's different than anything out there. And so I just want to congratulate you for a wise decision to jump on this call today. If you're just kind of saying, I don't know, is this for me? Here's the good news. If it doesn't work out, if you decide to go and you don't have a transformation, or you're not pleased with the results, or everything I've said is a lie, right? Number one, I don't think that'll be the case, but let's go worst case scenario. If that's really what happens, it's one phone call to customer service, and every penny that you spent on this goes right back to you, even if you use the product. So it really is zero risk. But what's the best case scenario? The best case scenario is what you're looking at. It's Tammy, it's Erika, it's Frohan, it's Dr. Vance, it's everyone who's going to talk today. And if they can do it, I mean, ask their backgrounds. You won't find anything in their background that they have in common that would suggest only these types of people can be successful. But what you will find is the reasons they're successful are very much in common. They have a desire to change. They're not afraid to try new things. They're not afraid to try and fail, but they don't quit and they have fun along the way. And if you can do that, let's face it, you're going to work hard in anything you do, whether it's a job or whether it's volunteering. Why not work in something that invests back in you and changes your life for the better? So guys, seriously, thank you so much for joining the call, for jumping on this train that's about to go full speed ahead. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen out of Africa and this birth of a new opportunity. And again, to me, it's pulling the scales off of my eyes of what I didn't know. So congratulations. Thank you so much. And on behalf of all the owners, I can't wait to have a chance to come and meet you in person, shake your hands, buy you dinner, or just hang out, because we love spending time with you. And it's the biggest, funnest family on the planet. That's been my experience. So again, Erika, Tammy, guys, thank you so much for your time and the invitation to be here. I apologize for being a few minutes late. And let's have fun. Go make it work, guys.
Oh, wow, Ian, thank you so much. You speak our lingo. I mean, for an American, you speak an African lingo, right? So,
oh, good. All right.
Yeah, I'll tell you that. We have a saying in Africa, it's called Ubuntu. And Ubuntu, and it means I am because you are. And the whole—
Oh, that's amazing.
That's amazing. The whole idea is that we do it together. There's a unity and a cohesiveness that creates momentum to go forward, and we don't leave anybody behind. Wow. So thank you for including
thank you so
us
much
in your Ubuntu, Ian, and what a blessing it has been to work with you guys. Yes. Thank you for your beautiful words as well. Yes.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Ian, and have a great time with your daughter. We work hard and we play hard. That is definitely one of our philosophies. So you enjoy your time. Right. You enjoy your time with her, and what an inspiration to be able to hear from Ian Chandler. You know, just an amazing man. He's one of the 7 owners of the company of ARIIX. He is the youngest, I believe. He's the youngest owner, and he is just truly a picture. And I've met all the owners, and they are extraordinary people, humble people, and very humble people. And they are for the people, every single one of them. They want to see you successful.
So in saying they want to see us successful, I have a woman, and I'm going to ask the amazing Nix to
Ah,
unmute herself. I
Miss
I
Nix.
want to tell you a little bit about this woman. Nicolene, you are on Bloom 1, so you've unmuted yourself. Nicolene is based in Bloemfontein, which is in the Free State province, kind of in the center of South Africa. She is beautiful, she's smart, she's incredible, but she makes the best videos for ARIIX on the face of the earth. So she goes
Snacky
down,
snacks.
snacky snacks and fatty fats was her experience of COVID. She jumped onto Slender Rise and voila. Next, I'm going to ask you to share your 2-minute story with us. What does ARIIX, New Age ARIIX mean to you?
Okay, thank you, Erika. Thank you, Tammy. Can you guys hear me fine?
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Right, and once again, after Dr. Kristal Vance and Ian Chandler, who sets up these schedules, guys? Who does this to me constantly? Seriously, thanks. Okay, right, so recently my fiance and I returned from living and teaching in South Korea for about 7 years, and it was a terrifying move. And I expected our lives to take a turn for the average. And enter Lindi and Frohan Landman, with a business idea that was so disruptive and dynamic that I honestly thought they might be a little bit insane. How could a company that that designs so much freedom for your financial prosperity actually exist? But somehow, though, New Age ARIIX Africa is banging on the door of every African and demanding that they change their lives for the better. I'm a proud New Age ARIIX independent distributor. I have my own teaching business, and I work at a wellness radio station, and I'm writing a children's book. Not only do I have fabulous products to work with, but I have my mentors and my friends in this company that have helped me to become this inspirational person that I was always wanted to be, but was afraid to become. Before I joined ARIIX, I did none of those things, guys, just saying. And I'm only getting started. I see so much potential. Don't worry, I'm not just getting started with this speech. That's almost done. I won't keep you longer. I do this for my family. I do this for my friends. Most importantly, for my fiance and for myself. The time is now, people, so please stop believing that the average is good enough. It is within our human nature to be kind and to help one another. So now we get a chance to live it. Thank you, guys.
Oh,
my gosh, Nix, and you are living it, Nikki. That is the truth. You are living it. So thank you for sharing that. You are an inspiration to so many people. And we look forward to all the amazing accomplishments that you will achieve. And we love you in the process. And guys, on that, we are going to jump on to introducing Jimmy and Anri Powell.
Oh my goodness. Well, this couple is extraordinary. They jumped into this business and I don't even know how many reps they've already brought in. They are extraordinary people. They have a vision. They have a vision for Africa, and they love the people of Africa, and they are traditional business owners. Jimmy is in the health field, and Anri runs a modeling business, and they have traditional businesses and entrepreneurial businesses, multiple businesses. They are extraordinary people, and I love them. I feel like I've known them forever. Yeah. And I think that's what this business does, right? It connects you with people, and you're on Zooms with them. I've never met them face to face, but I feel like we know each other. And Erika, you knew them from South Africa, is that right?
I've met Anri before, and our kids actually attended the same school many years ago. So we knew of each other, but we did not know each other. But What an amazing season this has been, Anri and Jimmy. I'm not going to steal your thunder. I want you to share what you think about New Age ARIIX, your experience, your vision, your heart. And I know Jimmy is passionate about Namibia. I know he's going to speak on that, so take it away.
Thank you, guys. Hello,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you. Thanks, Erika and Tammy.
What an experience. What I cannot even, start. I want to say welcome to everyone on the Zoom. If you are here, you have never made a better decision to be on a Zoom than tonight and to listen to what this amazing company is bringing to everyone. Guys, we've been in this company for the past 8 weeks, and it's been the most amazing roller coaster of my life. I didn't actually want to ever listen when Corlia approached me. I didn't want to listen. I said to her, you know what? I will meet Erika and Tammy. I will go on a Zoom with you. I'll give you my databases. I will help you promote this company. I'm not going to jump on. And actually, 24 hours after that, we jumped into this company. And since then, this past 8 weeks were the most amazing journey, guys. To work with the people, I think that is the most amazing thing for us, is to see hearts of people and putting hope back in a time where everyone lost hope, where everyone just felt everything is hopeless and everything is just gone. We actually just felt the opposite. We have an amazing team of people. We got to connect with people all across the world. We got to see people and meet new people. And if this was the first 8 weeks, then I cannot wait for the rest of my life to be part of this journey and to be part of growing and just seeing where this amazing journey is going to take us. I'm actually speechless. And for the first time in a very long time, Jimmy and I are on a same place in one business. We've always been running with, I've got my modeling school and my businesses that I've got. He's got his physiotherapy practice. But for once, we're in one mutual thing that is driving us and that we both have a passion for. So we are excited.
Yes, we are. And Erika, Tammy, thank you for the opportunity. I mean, it's been such an adventure so far for us. We've only, I think, at the tip of the iceberg with all the new, with the launch coming and everything that's still to come for Africa. But it's been such an adventure already. We've learned so much. That's the main thing. We've enriched our lives so much by now in the past 8 weeks that it's actually so hard to describe this to anyone. But the people you meet, the kind of support that you get from people, that's the kind of thing that you really want when you go into a new business, and that is really what we found. So I wanted to share 3 things that we've learned. And that it's meant to us. Firstly, we found that people are desperate to have a better financial future. People are in a place where they need a better financial future, and that is what ARIIX has been to us up to now, is that it's created a better financial future for us. There's even a possibility of financial freedom in this company, but if we can find a better financial future for us, that's really why we want to be involved in this company. And ARIIX has been proving itself to us up until now to be just that. And then secondly, people need a better and healthier lifestyle. People are looking for a better and healthier lifestyle. And ARIIX, I mean, New Age ARIIX is the business that you can count on to have a better, healthier lifestyle. So the products are good. We've been experiencing them. All the products, I don't want to mention just one, but all the products are fantastic. We've had such good results up until now. And then thirdly is that it's all about the community. People need to feel community again. We've been in lockdown, we've been isolated. It's been tough for everyone. So coming together in a company like this, I wish you could see my living room right now. I wish we could turn to my living room at the moment. It's crazy in there. It looks like the Namibia team. So they're not the only ones sitting.
They're partying while you're doing the hard work.
Partying.
Yeah.
We've got fires burning outside.
Oh.
We've got everything. It's such a wonderful experience to us. We've got people together, and that's what this is all about for us, is the community that we feel in this company, and the support that we get. And like I say, it's just Bloemfontein. It's a small city, but it's creating a hype in South Africa, and I'm sure it's the same happening in Cape Town. And then there's one of them coming in. Stella.
Wait a minute, come back here. Let me see that cute shirt you have on. Was that a leopard? What was that?
It's a leopard shirt.
A leopard shirt.
Oh,
I love it.
I'm all about a good party.
You're beautiful. My goodness, that's beautiful.
Oh, you guys.
So this is the community, guys.
It is
And
a community. It is. It really is a community. We are family doing life and business together, right? And we have the same vision. Tam, my gosh, we're missing out. They are having a braaivleisie tonight. You know what the braaivleisie is?
A braaivleisie? Is it like a barbecue? It's a barbecue. Listen, what I know about the South Africans is they like a good barbecue.
Yes, ma'am.
It's all about the fire and
the steak.
And
not the little hamburger patties, a steak, a good steak.
Proper beef.
Well, you guys, thank you so much. And thank you for your excellent leadership and congratulations on all your success. Really well done. Your transformation has just begun. I love that you are lovers of the people and you really have a dynamic, extremely fast-growing team. And it's very clear why that is, because you are such a dynamic couple. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We're so glad you joined in and your whole team.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
Thank you. Much love. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, Tam, so the excitement is not stopping. Do you know who's next?
Oh my gosh.
It is the incredible, dynamic, lighting fire under your butt. Amy Summers.
Oh my gosh, this lady is such a rock star. Let me tell you, the first time we had, well, let me just go back. The first time I saw her on a Zoom was she had just hit CEO in this company, which is a very significant pin rank. And she did it in a very short period of time. She is an inspiration. She kind of lives in a little tiny area. So she's not in a big metropolitan area at all. Her husband is how would I
he's a state trooper.
Is he not? Yes. And he is, I was trying to think of a bigger generic term than that. But
protector of the people.
He's a protector of the people. We so appreciate that. But I'll tell you what I love. This is a woman who has 4 children. She runs this business. She's an inspiration. I just love you and congratulations, Amy Summers. This girl walked into this company and within weeks, she hit one of the highest pin ranks. Now that says something about who you are, your integrity, what people think of you. And I want to hear we just want to hear from you. Why did you choose ARIIX? Why is this an incredible time to jump in? We are launching South Africa. We are launching the Cone of Africa. These are people that are on the ground level, Amy, the ground level of a continent. So I want you to speak to them, Miss CEO, and tell them why this has been the best decision they've ever made.
The best decision. Number one, guys. I mean, seriously, like you are who does not want to be with you guys? Like, it is so fun. Like, I'm just like, oh my gosh, you guys just I want the paint. Like, I want to be in the club. Like,
yes, you do.
I want that. I thought that was actually like a filter. You guys did really good. You guys did really good. Okay. So, oh my gosh, you guys, listen to all this. I've been looking. So I've been like stalking everybody on this Zoom. We've got living rooms that are packed. There are tons of people on here, you guys. So listen, I've been sitting here and I said a prayer before I came on and I'm like, let me give these people New Age Africa movement, something that is like, oh my gosh, like I just want to get off this Zoom and go hit the ground running. Okay, so you guys, I'm just speaking from my heart because this is just going to be God, so you never know what's going to come out of my mouth. Okay, so first of all, let me give you a little bit of background on me, why I'm here. Okay, because this is a part of the story, people. So Amy Summers 8 years ago got involved with networking. I was working in corporate America. I was traveling the road 3,000 to 5,000 miles a month. My husband is a state trooper. We have 4 children. At that time, my youngest was 1. I was a weekend mom, meaning I was on the road Monday through Friday, at home on the weekends. And you guys, a friend of mine introduced a health and wellness company to me. Let me tell you about Amy Summers at that 8 years ago. You guys, I live in Western Kansas. I am a cowgirl. I think we have 20,000 people in our community. My husband will probably tell you, I don't know. It's a small town. Like people literally like, why were you not in church on Sunday? That's how small we are.
It might be too small.
It might be too small, right? Everybody knows your business. Everybody knows your business. And we got involved, and my friend brought this to me, you guys. I did not know what the word organic meant. I said this on another Zoom. Organic, I thought meant not fried. I didn't know this. I was like, what is at that company also had a super fruit called Noni. I called it Nani for a very, very long time. You guys, I was drinking 3 Red Bulls a day, a pot of coffee. I was not, and people were like, health and wellness. I was just like, you know what I was exhausted. I was overweight, and I saw my friend lost some weight, and I'm like, well, okay, if these products do, half of what you say they're going to do, let's just put them in my mouth. Okay. Cause I was overweight. I was tired. And she's like, well, I'm going to come over and share with you this business opportunity. Heck no, I'm going to tell you, if you guys have ever met my husband, I mean, I am telling you, he is the biggest skeptic on the planet Earth. Okay. She comes over, shares it with me. And you guys, that company, it costs like $2,500 to get in. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Just so you know, you guys. Okay. So we are my husband is the most frugal person on the planet Earth. I put this thing, I don't know if you guys have ever heard, of great value. I don't know if you guys have that in South Africa, but it is like a generic brand. Everything in our house is great value. Okay. Nothing name brand, nothing. Okay. So he's like, what? $2,500? I'm like, Sean, okay, so you guys, I saw the opportunity. So I am like, Sean, I said, the industry, I fell in love with the industry. Like to me, the light bulb went off, and I'm like, oh my gosh, health and wellness. I was in the beauty industry, health and wellness, beauty. I'm like, Sean, I can do this. He's like, Amy, no way. This is the No Friends Left Club. The NFL. He's like, we already live in a glass house. He's like, are you crazy? I'm a state trooper. I'm like, no. I was like, Sean, I'm like, but my husband loves me. And he saw I had this huge vision. And he's like, you don't even know what health and wellness is. You're sipping on a Red Bull right now. I'm like, I'll figure it out. What I want you guys to know is that you don't have to have it all figured out right now. Right. I didn't have it all figured out. You guys, I did not know what the ingredients are. I didn't know. I didn't have to go. I wasn't going to be a Kristal. I did not know. You don't have to know. All you got to do is get your result. I started putting the in my mouth, and you guys, I'm really loud, I know, but I wanted to share with everybody what my result was. I love that the industry was about helping other people and teamwork. Okay. Now, let me tell you why you're in a company. You guys, truly listen to me here. I was married to that company. Okay. And this is what I want. This is why I want you to know that the industry is amazing. Okay. But you got to find the right company. And you guys, this is why I'm here. I'm in here for 90 days. Okay. I was married to them. Married. Okay. I'm very loyal. I don't jump companies. I don't do that. I'm not a shiny penny person. I'm not saying anything against anybody that does that. Okay. I focus on one thing. Okay. I went to the top in that company. Okay. And I don't say that to be like, what you guys, I just basically talk because the more you listen to me, you're like, if she can do it, you guys, we're all going to be filthy rich. Okay. So, it changed for me. It changed. Okay. And I almost quit this industry. Because I about let somebody else steal my dreams.
Wow.
Okay. There's a lot of dream stealers out there. Could be family members, could be your negative uncle, could be your broke aunt. I don't know what it is. But I almost let the people in this industry steal my dreams. You guys, I want you to dream. Okay. And I got this out and I'm going to share this with you. I don't know if you guys can see this. Okay. And I know you probably can't, but it's more of what it represents. And it's in a frame. It's been in my office for 8 years. I went to something similar to this, and they asked me to write down my dreams. And I want you guys to write it down. And I really didn't know, honestly, you guys. Like at that time, I was only in this industry for about 90 days. And maybe some of you are brand new. And I just didn't, I was like, okay, I don't know, but something hit me and I found it. So you may not know it right now. And I got out a piece of paper. I don't know if you guys can literally, this is a piece of paper. I just literally got a piece of paper, tore it off and wrote it down. And it said, Sean and Amy Summers. And I wrote down the word purpose. I'm going to read this to you. Family. And it's in quotes here. I want to give my 4 children a college education and Sean and I a secure retirement. I want to be able to walk away, scratch something else out, from my corporate job, and in 1 year replace my income and have the financial freedom to spend time with my family. Vision: to live a healthier life and earn a better living. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I wrote that down 8 years ago on a piece of paper. And I have it framed here because you guys, my vision and my purpose is my family. Okay. And I want you to write that down today. What is your vision? All of you in that room in Nibia and the people that I'm seeing, what's your vision? Because are you going to face some hurdles, some roadblocks? Are things going to hit you, some adversity? Yeah, it's going to hit. Even on your health and wellness journey, okay? I bet Kristal, you look at her before shot, right? Bet she went over some hurdles. Bet she still is, okay? In the business, the financial side, I bet she still is. So when I looked at quitting this industry last year, January, I got this out because the industry did allow me. Okay. I was with that company 1 year and I retired and I was able to stay at home and I was earning a residual income. Okay. And this dream came true. But adversities hit. The people that you're partnered with can sometimes hurt you, okay? And you just got to figure out what's going on. And so I told my husband, I said, well, I think I'm just going to go back to work. I said, I'm going to go back to the beauty industry. I was like, this gig is up. And I got that out. He's like, Amy, you're not going to be happy there. And my husband, Sean, found a name on Facebook, which you guys, this is all divine. This is God. And he said, do you know by the name of Rick Redford? I'm like, no, I've never heard of him. And long story short, I reached out to somebody that might know that. And I interviewed this company. I just want to let you guys know this. I hope you can feel my heart because I wouldn't be here. I have told Erika and Tammy, when Sean told me the name of the company, he goes, ARIIX. I'm like, ARIIX, are we selling like medical? What do they do? ARIIX, is this medicine? Like I was thinking RX, like pharmaceuticals. And I interviewed every owner. I interviewed hours, 6 months of Zooms, 6 months. So from the beginning of January, and you guys, I officially signed on the dotted line in June. Okay. This wasn't an easy decision for me. This was not, it was not, but you know what made it easy? Every owner, number one, it starts at the top. I wrote down a lot of people, Ian, law of attraction, leadership. Fred, Mark, you got Jeff Yates, you guys, you guys, they were all about integrity, character. And then Deanna Watson, well, I don't know if you guys have met her, but I'm going to tell you, if you don't think you're going to get a health result, you guys, that girl's a whippersnapper when it comes to health ingredients. Like, she's like, nope, that is not going to that ingredient is not going in. You guys, these products from a health and wellness standpoint, you guys, I do know a lot about health and wellness. I transitioned into that. So yeah, I do know a lot now. You guys, these products are amazing. I helped develop a program in that previous company that took it to the #1 program in that company. And I've brought a similar vision here. And I do know about health and wellness. So when I was like digging into these products and digging into these ingredients, you guys, you guys get them in, start swallowing these products. You're gonna get a massive health result. You guys, look at the partnership you've got. Look at Erika, look at Tammy, look at your team. You guys, you've got people that are there to help you win. Okay, you guys, we went to CEO, you guys, not because Amy Summers is, you guys, there's nothing special about Amy Summers. I love people and I want to see people win. The #1 thing that brought me to this company is I wanted to see people win. I was sick and tired of seeing the same people from the business standpoint walk across the stage, earn the same trips. Nobody was winning. And in 90 days, we have close to 400 rank advancements. People are earning checks. People are getting their lives back. They're getting health results. Woo-hoo. And it's because of that's right. You guys, it's because of the here and what you have. This is what I wrote down. I'm going to leave you with this. Okay, you guys, because I see these rooms of people, you guys, I see that you're hungry. You would not be sitting there if you were not hungry and you were wanting something. Okay. And it's risk-free, first of all. So what's the risk? What's the risk that you're willing to take in your health? Where's your health going to be, in the next 30 days, the next year? Where's your finances going to be in the next 30 days, the next year, especially in the day and age we're living in? New Age Africa. I wrote this down. New Age Africa. You're the pioneers. Pioneers. You guys want to know what the definition of pioneer is? Just let me share this with you. A person who is among the first to explore or settle a new country or area. I mean, that should give you goosebumps. You are the pioneers of New Age Africa, but most importantly, not only Africa, you're the pioneer of your own life.
Nice.
So true.
Amy, thank you
Oh my
so
gosh.
much. I'm like, your content is over the top and your energy. Thank you. I love that definition of pioneer. Wow. I mean, that's what we're doing right now. We are pioneering. Just absolutely extraordinary. Amy, thank you.
Thank
so
you for partnering with us, Amy.
Yes.
You're a part of this. You're
Yes.
sowing seed into the soil of Africa. Thanks for that. We appreciate that.
Nice.
Love
Thank
you dearly.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Isn't it great? The content is amazing, but the people, these are your people. These are the people that we are linking arms together with. Well, our next guest up is really, truly an extraordinary man. Cameron Bott, he is another one of my very, very favorite people inside this business. He is over all of Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. And he is, how would you describe Cameron?
I don't know, but I want to start a fan club in Africa for Cameron. That's what I want to do. We just love him. He's an incredible man of integrity. He does what he needs to do, but he does it in a way that is so kind.
Yeah, he is. That's a very true statement. And he's a phenomenal leader. And again, I use this phrase, lover of the people, because he is, leadership starts at the top and comes all the way down. And he is an extraordinary leader, leads with a servant-driven heart. He is impeccable in integrity and trust. And so, Cameron, are you on with us?
I am on. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for having me.
There he is. Hey, Cameron. Oh
Hey.
my gosh. Now,
Hey.
where are you right now, Cameron?
So I just flew in from Germany early this morning and I am back in Ireland right now. So back home.
Absolutely amazing. Okay, Cass, you are, I mean, your vision is huge. And talk to the African people. Tell them, where are we going? What can they look forward to? I mean, you've opened many different countries. You've seen what's happened in France and Italy and some of the new areas that have exploded. Do you see this happening in Africa? Give us a vision.
Okay, so first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who's spoken so far. Beautiful talks, but I want to say thank you to Amy because it leads perfectly into what I'm going to talk about today. You're right. I've opened a ton of markets. I've opened a lot of new places, but I want to give you a little bit of history with the European market to show you where we can take Africa. I've been texting Craig this whole time and back and forth. He just keeps going, this is going to be huge. This is going to be huge. This is massive. These guys are awesome, right? So the excitement is there. 3 years ago, when we moved into Europe, when we opened it up, we were doing a great job. We always look at kind of the sales number as our figure that we go by. And we were doing about $300,000 a week in sales. And we thought that that was really, really good. We were really excited, had great momentum. We found an incredible group of leadership who were pioneers. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that, Amy. So it's perfect that you kicked it off. Who have a pioneer mindset and a pioneer mentality. And in 3 years, we went from $300,000 a week to last week we did $3.2 million.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful.
Okay.
That's incredible.
That's just in our European region. We have our Russian region, Africa. I mean, nobody, when you look at the map, nobody realizes how big Africa is. It is huge, and the potential in Africa is huge. But more importantly, the excitement in Africa is huge. And that's what we're looking for. Now, I want to take you on a little history lesson. So my wife and I love American history. We love world history, but the term pioneer, you're right. It's somebody that's first in the market, first in the region, but the term pioneer was actually used in the 1600s. It comes from a French word, and it was used by the British armies. Now, they specifically made people in their troops, a troop called the Pioneer Troop. And their job was to blaze roads, to dig tunnels, to clear out the way, to remove all of the roadblocks, okay? What's important about the pioneers is they got fed better than anybody, than any of the soldiers, because not only were they infantry, but they were also the pioneers that had to remove all of the roadblocks, everything that was bad in the way. Okay. And their job was one of the most critical jobs, because if you could remove roadblocks and clear a path and make the road clear, you would be able to speed up the infantry. And a fast infantry was the key to winning a war. Okay. When we talk about a pioneer, it's not just about being the first one in there. Pioneer is a mentality. It's in your heart. It's in your blood.
So true.
Now, being a pioneer, you look at these guys who were in the infantry. Do you think it was easy being a pioneer? Absolutely not. You look at the American pioneers who came from the East, traveled to the West, the Oregon Trail. That was a difficult road, a difficult thing to do. But you know what? They had that spirit within them to be able to keep fighting, to keep going. Being a pioneer is not hard. It's not difficult. However, it is something that you have to be consistent at every day. Everyone who's talked before us has talked about getting results. The results weren't difficult in you had to do so many different things to get them. They're difficult in that you have to set your mindset to be able to do something every day. consistently. And that's the same as a pioneer. They're going in, clearing out one part of the road every day, going in, clearing out another part of the road every single day. Okay, we've got a huge vision, and I'm going to share that with you here in just a little bit. But being a pioneer takes some creativity, okay? Because as we go into a market, one of the best things about this company is that we are true partners. We do it hand in hand. And Erika can attest to that. I think Tammy can attest to that. Brent can say that he can attest to that. We're true partners in this, right? We look for a partner who's willing to fight with us, who's willing to get in the mud with us, who's willing to build that road with us, who's willing to become a pioneer. But I'm telling you, the rewards at the end of the road are immense, and they're huge. And the rewards along the way of being a pioneer aren't just difficulty, it's strength. You learn so much being a pioneer, how to open markets, how to do these things. So first thing I want to say to you, everybody that's listening, sincerely from my heart, thank you. This is the group of pioneers that we're looking for. This is the group of people that we are looking for to speed up the way, to clear the path for the infantry. You are the ones who clear the path for everybody. My 12-year-old daughter, she's often very angry and very upset with me at sometimes because she says, I'm the one that has to clear the path. I'm the one that has to cut through the weeds. I'm the one that has to do all these things. But I look at her and I say, but look at how strong you are. Look at how much you've learned. Look at how much you get to do that your brothers and your sisters don't get to do, right? A pioneer mentality is you have to be ready and you have to be willing to fight and jump into it. So number one, I'm thankful for all of you who are in this room, okay? We are going to do our utmost. We put in 17-hour days, us personally, because we love you, because we love this industry, right? We're going to be here hand in hand with you, fighting through this whole thing. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be so much fun. There are going to be challenges. I think Amy said it perfectly. There are going to be challenges. You know what? That's just opening a market. And that's okay. As long as we take that partner mentality that, hey, we're in this together, and whatever roadblock there is, what's our job again? Removing the roadblocks. So you can pretty well expect there's going to be roadblocks because it's our job to remove them. Okay. One of my kids' favorite movies is Alice in Wonderland. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Lewis Carroll, she's the White Queen in that. And she gives an awesome quote. She says, why sometimes I think about 6 impossible things before breakfast, right? That's the mentality of a pioneer. Thinking about the things that are impossible before your day even starts and getting ready to do those things. It takes strength of mind. It takes courage to think of something new. They seem impossible sometimes. Keep an open mind, please. Be receptive to new ideas. ARIIX, New Age ARIIX is all about disruption. It's all about new ways. It's all about doing things new. I can tell you, Craig and Lee, Tammy, Erika, we've got some incredible new ways that we're going to be doing this business. It's not just the old way of doing it that we've been doing for the past 30, 40 years. We have new, exciting ways. We're going to figure them out together, but I'm telling you, it's going to be a process that we're going to use to not only grow the Africa market, to grow New Age ARIIX, to be the biggest. Here's our vision, our ultimate vision. When Fred said it a couple of years ago, he said, I want to be one of the top 3. I want it to be Amway, Avon, and ARIIX, those 3. And we sat in a meeting a couple months ago and we said, you know, that's not our vision. Do you know what our vision is? ARIIX, Amway, Avon.
Yeah.
To be number 1. Okay. Our vision is to be the biggest in the arena. We're not settling for good. That's one thing that we don't settle for in ARIIX is good. Okay. If it's good, get rid of it. Bring in great. It's not good enough to be good. And I tell my children all the time. You are good and we love you and we will always love you. But for yourself, it's not good enough to be good. You need to be great in what you do for yourself, for your future family. So all of you are sitting in the room, think about what you want for yourself right now. Set your goals. So when Amy and everybody's saying set your visions, I want you guys to think, what is your 90-day vision? This is for yourself right now. What's your 1-year vision? What's your 5-year vision? But what is your ultimate goal? What is it for your future self, your future family? We already know what our future goals are, and we're going to be very clear in sharing those with you. Okay. But think about it as a pioneer. If you don't have a goal, if you're only looking 5-10 feet in front of you and removing those roadblocks in front of you, it can be frustrating because you think there's never an end. All you're seeing are rocks and stones and dirt in front of you. You have to be able to look down at the end of the mile and say, there's my target. We're going to get there. And I'm doing this for the people behind me. Okay. Ultimate goal. You need to be able to share that. You need to be able to understand that. So please, if you haven't figured that out yet, take time right now. Take time this week to figure out the ultimate goal, because you are our pioneers, like it or not. We're going to be moving road. We're going to be moving rocks, and it's going to be so much fun. So get those muscles ready, because we've got an incredible opportunity. We have incredible leadership, and we've got the most incredible pioneers. So thank you, everybody. We're so excited.
Thank you, Cameron. Wow. Now you see why he's a very loved leader and respected leader, because he knows how to cast a vision and he knows how to implement it. Thank you so much, Cameron. I love the points that you gave, and don't settle for good. We're going for great. And these are the pioneers. These are men and women that are going to take Africa, and they are going to change hundreds of thousands of lives and families for the good. And that's what it's about. That is what it's about. Thanks, Cameron, so much for being with us.
Thank you, Cameron. We appreciate you, everything you and your team does for us. Man, it does not go unnoticed. Thank you so much.
We love you. We sure do. So thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a good day, Cameron.
All right, honey.
So, wow, you guys, I'm kind of emotional after that.
I had goosebumps several times, but I'm actually a little hot in the room, so I know that was a.
But I want to take a moment and introduce you to two amazing people. When we started this movement, nobody believed in what I was saying, in all honesty. But these next three individuals believed me. And I not only love them, I count myself fortunate to not only be their friend, but to do business with them. And I want to ask Frohan and Lindi Landman to unmute themselves. These guys are the embodiment of leadership, in my opinion, for what is coming. Frohan and Linds, you guys are pillars, you are rocks, you are dear friends. And I want to open up the floor to you to share why you are excited about New Age ARIIX Africa.
Wow, thank you, Erika. Thank you, Tammy, for the lovely introduction. It's so nice to be here. We are so humbled.
I just want to say, New Age ARIIX, can we get a shout out for everyone that's on the Zoom? Anri and Jimmy, who opened their house for us. We've got 30 people here sharing drinks and eating together and just fellowshipping. For those of you who know me, when I got this opportunity to talk and you said 2.5 minutes, I thought to myself, gosh, it takes me 2.5 minutes just to say hi. But I sat down a little bit and thought, what's one thing that I can share with everyone that would be life-changing? And for me, it was those precious first few moments that we shared with Erika and Tammy. And Erika and Melton said, guys, just come on a call with us, just listen to what we have to say. And she introduced us to Tammy and to Justin Martin and Coach Brent Palmer and Ian Chandler. And it's these huge names in this company, and we had no idea who they are. And as we were sitting, listening, and becoming hopeful for the future, there was this one slide that came up, and it said, unleashing the human potential for good. And what does that mean? Unleashing the human potential for good. So for myself, it's so many different things. It's financial freedom, it's time freedom, it's spending more time with your family. And that's the fantastic thing about New Age ARIIX, is it doesn't matter what you are after in life. There's a place for you in this company, whether you are chasing a goal, whether it's money, whether it's time, whether it's traveling. New Age ARIIX opens up everything to you. Everything is possible, and anything is possible with this company. And the one of the most beautiful things for me is how the time and the energy we spend today generates family and friendship and finances tomorrow. And sitting down and being on this call with so many wonderful people from all over the world, being in the small little speck of Africa, in this little town called Bloemfontein, what an incredible journey this has been up to now. So Erika, opening your heart to us and reaching out to us, it's been a phenomenal journey. Tammy, thank you for everything. And then it goes without saying, Coach Brent, Justin Martin, Ian Chandler, everybody, Cameron, all of us, we are so excited to journey with you guys. And it's been such a blessing. And that's my 2.5 minutes.
Not bad, everyone. Not bad at all.
You
I'll
guys,
congratulate you on that.
yeah.
And no questions.
Yeah.
He has no questions today. Oh, you guys, we love you. Thank you guys for sharing with us. And we are blessed to have you on our team. Truly, we are. And on saying that, we have another woman that's ready to share with us that we're blessed to have on our team as well.
Corlia is a very amazing leader. She has brought in some of our absolute top people. She is so connected. What I love about her is that she is so steady. And she is a steady woman.
She's very consistent.
Very
She's one of those very consistent leaders, but she has a genuine heart for the people. Corlia, jy's op, sister. Laat jy praat. Good morning. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, New Age ARIIX Africa. Excuse my English. You must excuse my English. It's my 5th language. Okay.
Fifth language? Oh my word. Excuse my Afrikaans. It's not even my second.
Yeah, no, it's my 5th. It's my 5th.
Oh my word.
Share with us, why are you so excited about what is happening in Africa at the moment?
All right. I just want to say what a privilege to be with you today. I'm a wife. I'm a mother of 2 daughters and a little boy that we adopted 3 years ago. This was not an easy process, and it had a very negative effect on my health. In March this year, I was hospitalized again. I was diagnosed with osteoarthritis 3 years ago. While I was in hospital, I saw an ad on Facebook of the company ARIIX. And this is where my path with Erika and ARIIX started. And sadly, this is also the time we lost our business. After I received my starter pack, I started using MOA. And I just want to scream when I said the word MOA, because after only 1 month, I was able to use the stairs again in our house and walk around without any pain. So, yeah, I think this is gold in a little pocket MOA. And then the religion of mankind is and always has been hope. This reflects directly to what one of our leaders said, that New Age ARIIX is an opportunity company. My hope started in March 2020, and my passion is to restore the hope of financial freedom, especially for the people to Africa, of Africa. And I ask you to please go back to the person who you can start your hope to a better health or wealth or both. And then I know not everyone is born in Africa, but we hope that Africa will be born in you.
Oh my gosh.
Ubuntu.
Oh, Corlia, wow.
Thank you.
The
Beautiful.
birth of Africa, not only in Africa, but in all of us. That
Yes.
I'm writing down and taking with me for the rest of the week. Corlia, thank you for that. And thank you for being the amazing leader that you are. We love you and we are blessed to have you on our team.
Most
Truly,
certainly.
we are. Thank you for that.
Thank
oh
you.
Oh my gosh.
And
so,
and congratulations
and
too on her amazing
congratulations.
story.
My gosh, you want to introduce the next gentleman, Sam?
Yes, and we are Lee, and is it Odendaal?
Oh, that's not bad. Odendaal. Odendaal.
Oh, I'm making Erika introduce all the names.
You're doing good.
So Lee is actually part of our boots on the ground in South Africa, and he is our go-to guy. He is just an extraordinary person, and he is one of our corporate leaders, and he is a person that we are going to see a lot of in the future as we do this pre-launch for South Africa and then beyond into Africa. And he has a lot of great things to say about the future. Lee, are you here?
Yes, I'm here and ready to go. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Lee.
Guys, wow, what a fantastic call we've had so far. I mean, and to go up after Corlia, my emotions are sitting right here because, I mean, my heart beats for Africa, right? So thank you, Tammy and Erika, for spearheading this amazing movement that you've created in South Africa and Africa. So I just really want to talk a little bit about what we're doing and boots on the ground. So what's my role? I'm the head of business development for New Age Southern Africa. So I've been in this business for 12 years. The first 6, I was really part of the field, growing the business in the trenches. So I really understand what it is to be out there, to speak to people with passion, to be so passionate about something and that you can't stop talking about it day in and day out. I mean, I've been at one stage, I was stopped being invited to a braai because the only thing that I could talk about was the company that I'm representing, right? So I think you've all been there. So the last 6 years, it's really been, doesn't matter what my role was, I've always been the voice of the field, okay? So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing for you guys as well. So I'm here to support you. I'm here to partner with you every single step of the way. I promise you, I will crawl with you. I will walk with you, I will run with you, and I will fly with you. Whatever we need to do, we will do it together so that you can achieve your dreams, okay? I'm originally from Cape Town. I'm now based in Johannesburg, but I've walked all over this beautiful country and also across the border. So now the question is, why am I so excited today? Not only do I have all this excitement from everybody on this call, but this opportunity is the opportunity that we're needing for Africa, okay? So I've seen everything that we need from the leaders in this group, just by doing what you're currently doing. So we have the right leaders in place to get this on fire. Secondly, we are really being led by a fantastic team, people like Cameron and Craig, which we will just meet just now. So I've seen the vision, okay? I know what the plans are. And never in my career have I ever been so excited about the future. So we already have an operations team, a marketing team, a finance team, a general manager right here in South Africa. And we are busy setting up the operations for you. So a team for Africa, by Africa, okay? So we understand Africa, we know what you need, and we're gonna give it to you. So I wish I had a time machine that I can take you 1 year into the future, just 1 year.
Me too, I do too.
I can promise you that you will not believe where we're gonna be, okay? So I hope you are ready. All I can tell you is that the time is now, okay? I believe that the place is Africa, and I believe you are here because you are supposed to be. So I live my life by this one quote, is that you can have anything and everything in life what you want if you will just help other people to get what they want, okay? So let's lock our arms and let's bring a new age to Africa.
Oh my gosh, Lee. It's about
Okay, that's me.
serving each
Back
other,
to you
right?
guys.
Oh, you guys, thank you for sharing that, Lee. And I love your quote. I love what it stands for. I love the thinking and the heart behind it. And we look forward to partnering with you, Mr. Odendaal. And we can honestly say we've enjoyed your company so much, Lee. Thank you for everything. You're such an inspiring person. Thank you for being on the team with us.
It's my pleasure. It's really my privilege for me to be here. So thank you for having me. And guys, good luck. This is an amazing, amazing call you're having.
Thank you, Lee.
Wow, Lee, you're gonna see a lot more of us. Just get ready.
Very excited.
Oh, thank you so much, Lee. That was just so fabulous. Well, up next is a very special guest. And I want to tell you the reason that I am on this Zoom today is because of this next gentleman. He was a young man, still is a young man, came to Colorado Springs with his wife. They had no children at the time. Now he has a daughter and a son, but they flew to Colorado Springs and I went and heard an opportunity. And no one knew I was looking. And maybe today you are been invited to listen in, and people don't know what you are really looking for. I was looking for financial freedom. I was looking for a way to uncomplicate my life. I have 4 adult children, 7 grandsons. My mother was living with me at the time, my elderly mother, and my life was very busy. And a good friend that I trusted, and let that be a little nugget of gold for you today, a man I trusted that had impeccable integrity. We had written a book together. We had done several speaking events together. And Tom Davis said, I want you to meet Justin and Christina Martin. They're going to fly into town. And I just want you to hear what they have to say. And I was so busy, I didn't have time to do one more thing. And I said, Tom, I don't have time. And he said, that's fine. It might be for you. It might not. It's the best line in the world. And I'll tell you, that invitation got me in a seat in Tom Davis's house. And this very handsome young man got up to speak. And he shared very simply how I could get involved, get a pack of products, start with my own transformation. And since that time, in 22 months, from that day, our team became one of the fastest growing teams, if not the fastest growing team in our company. And it was because Justin Martin came to Colorado. And today you are on this Zoom because Justin Martin came to Colorado. And that's the most beautiful part of this business. Wow. So I have great respect, great love for Justin and Christina. So Justin, welcome to our Zoom today.
Welcome, Justin.
Yay!
Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Erika. Can y'all hear me good?
Yes.
You know, South Africa, I want to say congratulations, welcome. And I know these Zooms, these calls are going to get bigger, and bigger. And also want to say congratulations. I know they'll get upset with me for doing it because they're always the ones giving the congratulations. But man, y'all just let Tammy and Erika see a round of applause for everything they've done for this team, guys. I've always lived by the saying, hey, when you find Superman, grab onto his cape, right? Those two ladies, they're special. You know, one of my mentors, Gary Racer, always told me, hey, how do you know when you find gold? You know, you paying for gold? It's because it's shiny, it looks different. And I can promise you this, I'm not good at much, but I'm good at finding gold in the business. And they are as solid gold as it gets. And I'm grateful for them. I know you guys are too. And now the other good thing about it is the saying, and here in Louisiana, is birds of a feather flock together, right? So they're attracting more and more gold that I'm seeing from South Africa and all over the world. But guys, I'm Justin Martin. I'm from Ruston, Louisiana. And, you know, one thing I have in common with South Africa is everybody talks about you guys' accent. And Kristal Vance has already messaged me today and said, man, I wish I could have their accent. I love their accent. Unfortunately, everyone talks about my accent too, but nobody wants my accent, right, from Louisiana. So that's something we share in common. But we started in-network marketing at 24 years old. I just graduated college. And I hope somebody gets inspired today from this. I was from a town that had more cows than people. I was renting a trailer. I just got married. We were broke, and I wanted more. You know, I was putting my wife, Christina, through nursing school. I was never seeing her because I was working 2 full-time jobs. And we saw a couple of our friends talk about earning residual income, you know, the concept of being able to do work once, to be able to put work in that could pay you over a long period of time. And I know we have people in here today that are here for health transformation, here like me, here because they saw a business opportunity, here to launch a whole country, whatever it may be. But for me personally, guys, being as transparent as I can be, I saw an ability to earn a residual income. And what that meant for me is today, 10 years later, with a 3 and a 5-year-old, for my wife that's a stay-at-home mom, to thanks to this industry, be able to live in our dream home, be able to make my son's t-ball games this year, be able to be a part of my family and my kids' lives has just been absolutely amazing. But y'all, we got started. I had no credibility at 24 years old. When you're broke, you can't just call a Tammy quality person on the phone, or I didn't know you could, you know, and go, hey, you want to join my team? You want to hear about my business? No, nobody does, right? But what we did have is we had belief and we had excitement, you know, and I know there's all kind of different people in South Africa and all over the world in this Zoom. And if you catch one thing today, catch a belief factor that inspires you to go, I want to share with everybody. And that they can know that my belief's big enough in this opportunity, my belief's big enough in myself, that I'm going to be successful. And that I'm going to find some key people to take with me. And I promise you this, y'all, in the United States, I know it's all over the world this year, a lot of fear all over the place in 2020. People are hungry and searching for somebody that doesn't only believe in them, that believes in their self, that believes in any business, in any opportunity, right? Somebody that's positive, somebody that's excited, somebody that's going places. If you'll just be that, you'll attract people to your business like crazy. Just being excited enough and positive enough that people go, they're different. They're different, and I want to be a part of it. So I just challenge you guys, from somebody that was 24 broke, from Quitman, Louisiana, and living in a trailer at the time, you know, date nights were a frozen pizza and Netflix. Not what my wife wanted, probably, right? But we had a big dream. You know, I just challenge you as pioneers. I remember when Tammy, one of our first years there, her and, you know, Tom and Betsy, I remember them giving them Pioneer Awards, just a little plaque, wrote something on it. But that's what they did, guys. They pioneered a whole new area, you know, and everybody's been right today about that. You do have to dodge more arrows. You have to blaze more trails, but all the land's available.
Yes.
Guys, if you could see through my eyes what I've seen from Quitman, Louisiana, we've been blessed to earn millions of dollars in this industry, guys, millions of dollars. And more importantly, the time freedom, the people that we've been able to take with us, you know, on a team. If you said, man, I could get a slice of that by going all in here. That's the one thing I could challenge is just, you know, don't put your toe in it, because there's going to be some people in here that really get after it this next year, take it serious. And I'll be honest, you'd be blown away what you can do in this business with, you're not starting restaurants and real estate. You don't have all this financial investment. It's just believing in something, getting excited. And even through 6 months, a year to 2 years time, what you can create possibly for the rest of your life, or finding other leaders that run with you, is absolutely, it's crazy. I mean, you wouldn't believe it until you see it. But I just challenge you, the opportunity there is massive. I have seen it. We started with 3 people in my business our first month. My mom was one of them, guys. But what happens is people start using the products. People start getting excited. They share with a few more people the next month, right? That 3rd month, you're striking matches and throwing gas on the fire, right? Excuse my country redneck example, but that's what you're doing. You're just keeping that excitement and belief up for your team. You're leading and you're building other leaders, guys. It's not in traditional business. I'll kind of leave it at this. I always thought for me to do more, I got an extra job. But if you're sitting there and you want to earn extra income, or maybe you know somebody that does, the worst thing you can do by the world's top economists, they say, is to go find an extra job, because you're running out of time. You only have 24 hours a day. Here, instead of working 100 hours a week, I saw an opportunity to say, if I had 2 hours a week, I could put into my part-time business, and found a few other people to do that. And a few other, I said, what if I had, this is as big as my dream was starting off. What if I had 50 total people to put 2 hours a week into their business on my team? I said, that's 100 hours a week going into my business, but I'm spending 2, right? It's understanding time leverage, understand that residual income for me as a business-minded person, that's what it took. That's all it took, to make me not sleep the night I heard about it. And guys, it's changed our lives. It's changed a ton of people's lives on here. And I know I'm here, other leaders are here to help you along your way, even via Zooms, via calls. There's a million ways we can help from all over the world, which makes network marketing today an even better opportunity than it's already been amazing. Better today than it's ever been before, because you can reach more people faster. You can impact more people faster. So I challenge you. I love the quotes today. I'm a quotes person too. One thing I posted on my wall is stop worrying about what can go wrong and get excited about what can go right? And in launching a new market, that is it. Quit worrying about what could go wrong, who's going to think what's my friend going to say, my family member's going to say. I'm going to save you this expense. You're going to have negative family members and negative friends along the way. Let them watch, because at the end of the day, I love sharing it. This applies everywhere, but especially in a new market. There's going to be 3 types of people. Those that are just happen, right? So get a big piece of this pie, and I promise you it's going to change your life forever. Guys, love you. Congratulations. Welcome for those of you that are brand new, and we're excited diving in, do anything we can to do to help you get there. Thank y'all for having me on the Zoom, Erika, Tammy, and thank you guys for y'all's incredible leadership.
We love you, Justin.
Yes.
Thank you.
Wow.
For sharing
Yay.
that.
Excellent.
We want to be the people making it happen, right?
Yeah.
I think we are. Justin, thank you for partnering with us. We
Yes.
really appreciate you guys.
Yes.
Next up, you guys, we have an ask you to unmute yourself. Femi Obaweya, he's an amazing guy, amazing, very smart gentleman, right?
Yes.
Femi, are you on today? If you from you.
I know he's trying to get in. He's having trouble getting a signal.
Okay, well, while he's trying to get in, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Annemari Reynecke. Annemari Reynecke is an incredible leader in South Africa.
Yes.
She's an amazing woman, busy lady. But I want to tell you something about Annemari that I've learned this week, Tam. I'm sure you'll agree with me.
She's very funny.
She's hilarious. But she also listens to trainings and she makes great notes. And one of the notes she made was when Eric Worry said that he was driving around with Jim Rohn in the back seat of his car. What did this woman do, Tam?
So then she went and got a picture, a blow up head of Eric Worry and stuck it in her back seat, taped it on the seat, and took a picture of it. And she said, I got Eric Worry in my back seat. Actually, I think someone sent it to his wife. I don't know if you knew that or not. So I'm sure Eric Worry knows that he is now traveling in your back seat. But the girl knows how to listen and she knows how to apply what she's heard.
Yes, she does.
So welcome. Can't wait to hear. How are you? What are you excited about? And I just, again, I feel like I've known you forever. And it's one of the beautiful parts of this business.
No, I totally agree, Tammy. And I said to my husband when we were driving here to Anri's house, I said, what am I doing? I'm so out of my comfort zone. I'm like, can you believe I'm doing this? I'm going to speak to how many people is on this Zoom? Like, I don't know, 200 people. I'm doing this now and I can't believe I'm doing this. But yes, where do I begin? Wow, ARIIX has given me so much more than losing 10 kilograms on slender rise. I have to say, I really started with this journey. And I know Erika from our church, and my kids were with her in Sunday school, and we go way back. And I really, in the beginning, thought that ARIIX was just this weight loss company that I could lose weight on. I didn't even know what this was all about. And now this is really just becoming so big. And I think I was very fortunate to be one of the first women in South Africa to start on the Slender Rise program. And I have to say, this is really a product that does what it says. And this is what changed my mind, you know, being healthy and losing weight. And I have to say, I feel good. And I'm so glad that I joined this program. And Slender Eyes really helped me, to get my life back. When you are a first-time mom, you've got so many things to do. You work full-time, you're always last in the line to be taken care of. And sometimes you need to stop and really stop and take care of yourself. And that's what I really wanted to do. And this whole company just came, and it was just such a big surprise to me. And this wasn't the only experience I had on this journey with ARIIX. I made new friends. I have to say, I don't even think I've known so many people abroad that, starting on Zoom meetings, you meet all these kinds of people, and it's amazing. And I hooked up with old friends. I mean, Erika and so many other people, even in Bloemfontein, that you just meet up again and you're connecting through ARIIX. And I think one of the great things that I've learned is to stand up and speak in front of people. I think I've gained more things. Well, I've lost weight, but I've gained so many more things. Speaking in front of people, just, get confidence and just be somebody that you weren't before, and get out of that comfort zone. And that is really what made me, love this company, is they teach you how to be a leader. They teach you how to be somebody that you didn't really think you are capable to be. And it really shifted my focus on living a better life, living a healthier life, taking care of your family, because you only have one life. You only have one life, and you need to make the best of it, whether it's, taking care of your health, having finances. You only have that one life. And I always think about, when Peter was in the boat and Jesus told him, you need to get out of the boat. And I think he had to take that risk, and his risk, gave him true eternal rewards. And yes, that is a totally different story, but I think in our worldly life, we all need to get out of the boat sometimes and take worldly risks, because risk brings change. If we don't risk, nothing will ever change. And this was my getting out of the boat moment, when I joined ARIIX. Get out of the boat and take the risk and change your life, whether it's for finances, whether it's for health, whether it's just want to meet up new people and just, have a lovely get together like we're having tonight. That is what's part of this whole journey. And as I say, that was what really, attracted me to this company. And I want to say that ARIIX really made me realize that I have potential. You have potential. Everybody who's watching this tonight has potential. And sometimes we just need each other to help us to unleash that. Because if we are so alone in our lives the whole time, we don't unleash our potential. People help us to unleash our potential. And this is what ARIIX has done for me. And I just want to say, New Age ARIIX, the future is so bright.
Yes.
And Mother Africa has called you home. Thank you. Dankie, Kia leboa, Engosi, and God bless.
Salahantle. Thank you.
Salahantle.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
That is incredible. Tamayantle. Thank you, Annemari. That was so good. We love you. Thank you for being on this call today and sharing your heart with us. We appreciate it. So
thank you, everybody.
I'm going to ask Eava if Femi is on. I don't see him yet, Miss Eava.
I don't see him. They're having trouble getting a signal. Sorry.
You can just let us know if he jumps on, Eava.
You can just text me, Eava.
Yeah.
It's Nigeria.
It's okay. We
Up,
are so
Napa.
flexible.
Absolutely. We are, and I'll tell you, up next, my goodness, get ready for heart. Get ready for a man with a heart for Africa. Our fierce leader, Craig de Bruyn, and his life partner, Jules, are going to be joining us in just seconds. But I have to tell you what I've learned about this amazing couple. I've worked with some excellent leaders, which I've been very blessed to do. And some have great leadership skills and they have no heart for what they're doing. Some have all heart, but they don't know how to lead. But this couple They are all heart and they know how to lead. They have actually done it. They have been in the field themselves. They know where we're at. They know where you're at. They will never compromise, ever, for you. They think about your family. They think about your children and your grandchildren. They will never compromise because they are thinking of you and they want you to be extraordinarily successful and for your children and grandchildren and great grandchildren to benefit. They understand that this is a legacy business. And he is the man that is leading Africa. Incredible man. And I am so honored to introduce to you Mr. Craig de Bruyn and his beautiful, significant other, Jules.
Wow, thank you guys. Hello, Africa. And good job, Tammy and Erika. Well done. Wow, this is so exciting. We are so excited for you guys. We're so excited to be here. I wanted to just introduce Jules quickly so she could say hi. And I could think of no better way to introduce her than to tell you guys that when I told her and shared with her this week that we had this call, she doesn't need to be here. So she chose to be here. She was, I would not miss this. You mean to tell me I'm going to get to see Erika and Tammy again? And so she chose to be here. I'll show you her notes. She's been wiping tears. She is all heart. She loves this space. She loves this industry. She loves you. And I know she cannot wait to meet every single one of you. So thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. I think what Craig said was so right. I felt so much excitement and so much emotion in this because I've seen this before. And when you said, I wish we could fast forward the tape a year, I think we started out today with the most blow away before and after picture I've ever seen. I said to Craig, I was like, we need to see it again. I don't know that I can believe it. It was so impressive. Congratulations, Dr. Kristal. It was unbelievable. But to see how we're going to see picture after picture after picture of that, of all kinds of different areas that people's lives moves so much. So I feel so excited. I feel so emotional. And I think the thing that just kept coming over me was sometimes in these early stages, the very thin threads of courage, one little step of courage and how it can lead to an unbelievable domino effect of change in every area, and the thin threads of sometimes losing people or just not taking that step. And I just want to encourage everyone that's on this call. This is an opportunity that is among the greatest, if not the greatest, that will ever happen. And this is a season of time to just jump in and know you don't have to be everything. You don't have to know everything, but being in this space, having the courage to show up, attend things, be on the calls, invite others. Along the way, you'll realize it's so less about us and the team. Everyone brings the different strengths that they have. And our biggest job is just to invite people because we can't see what they need or want or fear or are struggling with at home or are desperate to change, what they're praying for. And all we can do is sleep great at night knowing that we gave this to them, which may be just the answer to prayer, whether it be their health, their finances, relationships. And so that was one of the things that I just felt led to say today was just take that step of courage and sleep at night better knowing you gave what will be the greatest gift in your life. You gave the opportunity to them. You let them have that chance and make a decision if it was right for them. And it won't be the right time for everyone, but for those that you give it to, you will have no greater appreciation, because you will have completely transformed their life. So I just wanted to share, take those little steps, because it isn't about us, it's about them, what they want, and the transformation that they can make for themselves, their health, and their family. So I'm so excited. I can't wait to see these after pictures as they keep rolling in every area of life. But it is great to be among a group of pioneers like yourself. And I am so excited to see where we're going and to be a part. So thank you.
Thank you, Jules.
Cool. Well done. Thank you. And
you.
Guys, as I said earlier, I really don't know that I can add much value. I think everything that's needed to be said has already been said today. And you've heard from the best. I think Tammy and Erika have done an outstanding job of just casting a bit of vision, of just opening up and going, here's a possibility, here's what's possible. And my takeaways from today are the following. It's welcome to our tribe. Welcome to our family. Welcome to our community. Because what you will find in this tribe, what you will find in this community, what you will find in this family is not something you'll find a lot in other places. What you will find here is people that will find reasons to celebrate you. They will look for reasons to reward you. They will find reasons to recognize you. We, as an organization, will find ways to pay you. We will look for ways to take you on better vacations and better trips and enrich your life. We will look for every technology, every scientist, every ingredient, the most credentialed experts and team members to create an opportunity for you to become healthier, wealthier, to improve every area of your life. And I don't know that there are many tribes, communities, and families where you will surround yourself with a bunch of people like you have seen today that are positive, motivated, excited about their future, and will find reasons to celebrate you. We cannot wait to celebrate you. We cannot wait to celebrate you. We look forward to giving you the recognition that you deserve and acknowledging you for being part of this explosion through Africa. The rest of the world has seen nothing. We are just getting started. Just getting started. This is not even the tip on the tip of an iceberg. We are just getting started, guys. And stay tuned. There are some exciting things coming in the very near future that we'll be making some announcements on, and some things that we'll be sharing with you. So if you're here today, welcome to our tribe.
Oh my gosh, you
My
guys.
heart. Thank you. Oh my word.
And Craig and Jules, may I say to the two of you, welcome to our tribe. And we are part of each other's tribe. We're so blessed, fortunate, and honored that it happened the way it happened at the season that it happened. There's such a divine timing going on, and we just appreciate you. Craig, I know you guys are working very hard, and I wanted to say thank you to you guys for all of that.
Truly.
We are, Erika, and I think all the credit has to go to the incredible team of people that we have. Some of them are on this call, and we look forward to introducing you guys to them real soon. We've been able to put together the most incredible team of people in South Africa that are going to be there to support, encourage, and motivate you. So thank you for that. 90% of the journey in this industry is the team of people that you are part of. And by whatever divine intervention you ended up where you are at this moment in time, you have been blessed. Somebody is smiling upon you right now because you're with the right team.
Thank you so much. And I do feel that about everyone today that has been on our Zooms and listening to these stories. They really, you know, I know you all have stories. Everybody has a story, and your story matters. And I love celebrating. There's nothing more I love to do than to celebrate people. So I really appreciate that, Craig and Jules. Thank you so much for joining with us. Cannot wait to have more opportunity. Up next, we have an amazing man. You all know him and you love him and you've seen him. Most of you have seen him, listened to him. He is my fierce leader. I have known and worked with Brent Palmer for almost 7 years. He is one of my very, very favorite humans. It was the top income earner in our company, Limu, which is under the House of Brands. And he is an extraordinary person. He is a coach. If you've ever heard a coach, Brent's the coach. We call him Coach Brent Palmer. And he is, because he spurs people on to incredible love and good deeds and accomplishments. And he is a man of impeccable character, impeccable character. I would follow Brent into a war. That is the truth, because I trust him that much. And so please help me welcome Mr. Brent Coach Palmer.
All right. Hey, big waves out there, big waves. Go on, go on.
Hello.
I know it's getting in the evening where you're at, and Tammy and Erika, wow, wow. This is the start of something absolutely amazing. And I want to say something, and I'm going to bring back and talk about Craig and Jules in just a second, because it's so important. But before I do, Nambia, Janene, stand up, Janene. I'm there with you. I'm in your back. I'm in. Stand up, and then tell your group to stand up with you. Stand up with you. Yes.
Look at that group. That is extraordinary.
What about that group right there? Hey, give yourself a hand. Great
Well
job.
done.
Great
Just
job.
amazing.
Janene, you outdid yourself. I want to tell you, this is amazing. Amazing.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
Listen, I just wanted to give you a big shout out, because you took the leap, Janene. You took the leap of faith, and you said, I'm going. I don't know all the staircase. I don't know what it looks like. It's not finished, but I am going to run, and I am going to bring an army, a tribe of people with me. And you've done it. Great job. And I want to applaud you. Way to go. Way to go. Yeah. And just so you know, Craig DeBrain has made it a personal mission to teach me how to speak African. And he said also he would teach me how to speak English. He had his work cut out.
I did say I'd teach you how to speak the Queen's English, Brent.
So I also want to give a big shout out. Lindi and Anri and Frohan and Lindi and Bluefontaine. Listen, big shout out to you. I hope you can hear me. I'm applauding you. And so many across here. I see you. I see the crowd of people. It's just the beginning. And I want to say that to start off, okay? Because I want you to understand something. To all the people that's taken the step, that's taken the leap, and to all the guests that are on here today, or that will be watching it, the recording, or you're listening in live. This is such a monumental time. It's a special time. And this is a pre-launch event. And I want you to understand, I've been blessed. You know, I'm a coach through and through. One day I want that, I have a vision. I'm a dreamer. I believe in dreaming. And I can even dream when I'm past and the good Lord takes me home. And I dream on my tombstone that it will read coach across the tombstone. And that my kids will sit there and say, man, I'm so proud of my dad because he has helped so many people in his life just be a better version of themselves. And that they feel that. And that's really what I enjoy doing. And I see that on this. I see that on this Zoom this morning. And I'm on this Zoom for you this evening. And I applaud you. But I also want to share something with you. I want to share with you because I've had the privilege of opening up countries in the past on the ground as a field leader. And I want to tell you how special right now you have it. Because when I've had the ability to open countries, we were able to do it and we did it. And it was a lot of, just like Cameron Bott said earlier, it was a lot of, forging the way, cutting the trees, moving through the forest, moving the rubble and burning paths because we knew people behind us would have an easier trail. And that is what a pioneer is. But it is so much better when you have someone on the corporate staff, on the corporate executive team that has a heart and a passion for the people that you're pre-launching and working into. And I've had the privilege of spending a lot of time with Craig DeBrain. And times where he actually shedded tears talking about his love for Africa, talking about his vision for Africa, talking about his own personal journey for that happened in Africa. And I think the word is unfinished business.
Oh, nice.
I think Craig DeBrain and Jules has unfinished business for all of Africa. And we are going to reap the benefits and the rewards of those two humans' unfinished business. And when you have that from the corporate side, the passion, the energy, the love for the people, and then that they've made it their mission to not only bring this amazing New Age for ARIIX movement through Africa, starting in South Africa, in the cone of South Africa, but also we're going to bring products to the marketplace there that are African products that hit the palate to the African people so they can feel like it's theirs. That's what we're bringing. That is what they're bringing to the table. See, look through my eyes for a minute. I've been able to see over the last, several days with Craig DeBrain, he's kind of rolled the curtain back for me. He's kind of rolled the curtain back and said, this is what we're doing. This is the movement we're going on. This is the future. This is that 12-month, Tammy, that you were talking about. We're not talking about a few hundred people. Nambia, do you understand what I'm saying? We're not talking about a few hundred people. We're not talking about a few thousand people. We're talking about hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. We're talking about affecting people's lives that is going to be theirs and they're going to be excited about. And it's going to be products that they can relate to. And it's going to be a compensation plan that has no boundaries, that has no tripwires. That the person that does have it financially, the ability to enroll can enroll, but the single mom that has 3 kids at home, that's working 4 jobs, that wants a better future for their family, but doesn't have the financial means to make it happen, they also can come on board. They also can be a part of this. Why do we have to leave anyone out? Why do we have to leave anyone behind? Craig DeBrain and Jules are bringing you something, and New Age for ARIIX and the team and the executives are bringing you something the world of our industry has never seen, never seen. So here's where I feel right now as I close, Tammy and Erika. Here's what I feel like. And Janene, I'm talking to all of your amazing people, and Frohan and Lindi and Jimmy and Anri. I'm talking to all of your amazing people and all of you guests and all the people listening in. Here's what I feel like. Do you remember being a kid? Do you remember being a kid? Think back. When as you were a kid, Tammy, and you were running around wild, playing in the dirt, playing in the trees, climbing, and you were just free. You didn't even have pants on. You didn't have shoes on. You were just running. You were free. You didn't care. You didn't care because you knew somebody had your back. There was a protector. There was somebody that allowed you so much freedom that you didn't care to just run free. South Africa, I'm telling you right now, you can run free. You can shout what we have to the rooftops. You can tell all your friends, you can tell all your family, you can tell the single mom of 3 kids, or you can tell the richest of rich about New Age for ARIIX in this pre-launch event coming, and that they can lock their spot. They can be a part of this movement that is going to bring hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of people to do business in our industry for the African people, by the African people. And there's no barrier. There's no reason they can't join right now this pre-launch. There's no reason. We've set all that aside and said, you can join. You can lock your spot. You can enroll with us now. You can get your information in now so you can be a part of this movement. And you can all run like kids because Craig DeBrain and the staff and the executive team has your back.
Yes.
And they will not compromise your integrity as well as their integrity to do this to the fullest, so that this will be a company and an opportunity that is there for the African people for years and years and years to come, long after we're gone. And the beauty is we are the pioneers that are paving the way, that's moving all the rubble, that's moving all the problems, the issues. We're paving a way that all the people behind us will thank us for. We're doing it together. And I'm so excited that you're a part of this journey. And here's what I would tell you right now. Embrace this pre-launch. Embrace this time. Because when we roll the curtain back, the pre-launch is over. And the movement will begin. And there will be a day where you said, I just wish the pre-launch was a little longer, where I could have built more people. But you've got that opportunity right now, and there's no barrier. There's no one. We have an option for them to get involved right now with the products we have. And we also have an option for them to get involved and lock their spot and get their information. So there's no reason anyone can't do this with us during this pre-launch event. So I'm so excited. I hope you can feel my passion, because I know how special it is when when people get together and they decide to just dream. They decide to just paint a vision. They decide to go all in, and they just run like a kid, free.
Oh my God.
Here's what I can promise you. You have a company that will not let you down. You have products that are there, but are more products and special products to come. I've seen it. Wow. It will not let you down. But let me tell you the most important thing. And I'm speaking right now on the behalf of Craig DeBrain and the executive team and the leadership in the field. We will not let you down. We have your back. We're in this together. I love each and every one of you. God bless.
Brent, thank you so much. You can see why I'd go to war with this guy. I'd go right into the field because he's a general. And thank you so much, Brent. We are so blessed to have you as our leader. And you are an exceptional leader. Thank you so much. Well, up next we have, is it Eva?
No, it's Janene
from,
yay! So just say this with me, Namibia. Hey, not
Namibia.
bad.
Yay!
Namibia. And I think Janene is one of the women on this team that when Brent said running free, I thought of Namibia. They are running free.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And it's an honor for us to have you on the team, Janene. And thank you for what you're doing in Windhoek and the surrounding areas. Are you on, Janene? Janene Van Der Linde, calling Janene Van Der Linde.
Good evening, everybody.
There you go, beautiful Janene. Hello to all of you.
Oh my goodness, how beautiful.
Yes, like Craig said, everything has been said already. Thank you very much, guys, for this huge opportunity to be part of this. I've got some African flavor here, so will you please allow me just to share it? I'm going to ask Katrina. I've known Katrina moved in. I've known Katrina for many, many years, and she can speak a few African languages. So I will ask her to greet you in Oshibambu. That's our biggest tribe in Namibia. And I will also ask her to greet you in Damara. Yes. Go ahead, Katrina.
Okay, I'm going to start off with Damara because it is the language of our current president, and we say thank you.
Wow. Say that again.
Thank
I'm not going to try that.
I'm not either.
Wow.
Okay, and then in Oshibambu.
In Oshibambu, Omwatwakele Ponawa.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
That's beautiful. Thank you for that.
It
My
is,
gosh.
and she's beautiful.
Wow.
Okay, and then we also have a Zambian lady here, and she will greet you in true Zambian style. Yeah, you can sit down.
You'll have to do musical chairs. There we go. Perfect.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, so in my country, we have over 72 languages. So I had one.
Wow.
So in my language, which is Bemba, we say Mulishani. And then you respond with we know.
We know.
Yes.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
And then my dear Yvonne is a colleague of mine. And you from Malawi. And Yvonne is just one of the most adorable, stylish, and professional women
beautiful.
And she will greet you in Malawi.
Hello. So where I come from, I actually speak two mother tongues. One is the national language and one is my mother's language. In the national language, we would say Mulikwanji.
Mulikwanji.
Yes, Mulikwanji. And your response would be Ndiriblino, similar to Bemba, because Zambians and Malawians are practically the same here. Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow.
And in my mother tongue, I would say Matandala, which is how is your day going so far? And that's my mother's language.
It's beautiful.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Thank you for sharing that, you guys. Oh my gosh. Buy a donkey.
Buy a donkey.
What we would like to do is, this is not Tuesday, this is actually elite. This is ARIIX. So we would like to have a toast on the launch of New Age ARIIX Africa here in Namibia. So these girls are just going to have a toast with me. So, you know, just a little bit of background on how I got involved or introduced to ARIIX. Maybe I'm not just to elaborate a little bit, I'm not your typical network marketing girl, not at all. So in the past, if people came to me with an idea like this, I would have said, I'm not interested at all. There was something about ARIIX that grabbed me right from the beginning. You know, when I went to Google and I see it's a listed entity, it really gave me a lot of comfort to know that it's not a pyramid scheme because there's so many of them going around. Number two was that, I think when I met Brent and Tammy and Erika for the very first time, there was something so passionate and powerful about them. And I think, you know, their passion are just absolutely contagious. And I thought, this is a certain tribe. And I see myself as part of that tribe because, you know, for me, it's finding my purpose in life is one of the most important things. And I know that that's got to do with people and it's got to do with transforming other people's lives. And at this stage, I don't have the vehicle, but I know and I feel it in my heart that ARIIX might just give me that vehicle. And the fact that, you know, when I listened to Mark Wilson the other night, he said something that really is so inspiring, and I hope that it's inspiring to everybody. He said that you determine your own worth. And then one of the Namibian representatives, I want to make it quite clear that the team here are an exceptional team. It's all strong women, and we have a few strong men on board as well. But yes, it's for us. I think, you know, Africa needs something exceptional, and if ARIIX can be different to all the other network marketing companies in the world, and they look at Africa and really bring something that can change the lives of Africans, it's going to be life-changing for a lot of people that live in Africa. So I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. My why of being here and of being at ARIIX is not financially, because that would be a sin. Not that I'm not extremely wealthy, but I really have enough. But I would like to change lives of other people. You know, that's important to me. And I would really like to thank ARIIX for giving all of us this unbelievable opportunity of being pioneers. You must remember that Namibia is a vast country, it's big, but we have one of the smallest populations in Africa. We're about 2.5 million people. So for us to be involved in the beginning of something so big, because Africa is huge, we're blessed and we're fortunate. And yeah, thank you, Anri. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Erika. Tammy, you are just so inspiring. When I see you and your energy, I just love it. And thank you, Craig.
Thank you. Oh, congratulations, ladies.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. And thank you to all those beautiful women in the room. And cheers to Elite, which is one of our fantastic, amazing products. Might I also say, you all are inspiring. I loved listening to all the languages. That was really fun. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much. And next up, I want to introduce an amazing woman that I have a lot of respect for. She's funny. She is smart. She's really talented. And she is a sister to us in so many ways, right, Tammy?
Yes, she is.
And she is, she's one of those people, I don't think there's anything that I won't do for Eava Baca Currence. I think I'll do pretty much anything for you, Eava, as long as it's legal.
Good.
Well, that's because you are the queen.
There's a story behind that, right? Eava, please share with us your heart for Africa as we bring almost we bring this call to a close.
All right, betting wrap up. Okay, so you'll notice the big 5 behind me. And I know what the big 5 is because I am an adopted African. I am a Nigerian. The land is in my spirit. But they're talking about us becoming one of the big 3. We know what the big 3 is because we know what the big 5 is. And the reason we're going to become one of the big 3 is because everybody put your hands together. Now, I really do believe, okay, what happened to it there? What happened? Can you see it? Can you see my picture?
We see it now,
Eva.
Okay, come on. Everybody give yourself a great big clap because this is what your transformation is going to look like. 45 pounds. Look at the difference between, at that neck. You know, I am a grandma. That doesn't mean I want to look like a grandma. I am known in Nigeria as Mama Eva. I don't want to look like Mama Eva. And the reason we are going to be one of the big 3 is because our products work. And Craig and Ian always say, and Cameron always say, for Africa, by Africa, right? Say it. For Africa, by Africa. What does that mean?
Africa.
Very good. That's why I can't hear everybody else. But this is the deal. The greatest resource of Africa is her people. Come on, say, I am a resource.
I am a resource.
Now, this is the deal. This is a new season. This is a new era. This is a new age. Get it? This is a new age. And Africa, get this. You all know this. Africa is the birthplace. The first unearthed civilizations, the first tools that were developed were uncovered in the Sahara. Nambia is known, Nambia, so give yourself a hand. The very first recorded art. Egypt, Kush, Ethiopia was the first recorded civilization. Did you know they were taught iron smelting by the people of Nak of Nigeria? And South Africa, come on, get ready, give yourself a great big hand, get ready. You were the first rainbow nation, yay, the coming together of every tribe, every tongue. Now, I'm a pastor, so you're kind of stuck with me. So this is the deal. It was during the great exodus that every tribe, every tongue left Africa. And I am here to tell you that you are the new time, the new era, the new age. It is the coming together of every tribe, every tongue. It is the birth of the great rainbow bride. And that's what New Age ARIIX is. It's a sign of the times. It is not the exclusion of any tribe, but the inclusion of all tribes.
Oh my gosh, yes, Eva.
Say, get this, not the exclusion of any tribe, but the inclusion of every tribe. It is the time of abundance. Say, we are abundant.
We are abundant.
It is the time of harvest. Say, we are the harvest.
We are the harvest.
All right, now, can you feel it? Can you feel the earth shaking? Come on, can you feel it? Say, I feel the earth shaking.
I feel it, Eva.
Okay, but this time there was the great African rift, and the nation and nations and the continents all came apart. It was like a ripping apart, and it was a shaking. But the new shaking is an economic shaking, and that's what this is all about. It is going to be established from Africa, because Africa is going to be the new age. Africa is a place of sanctuary, a place of restoration, a place of new economy. You are not called here by accident. It's not an accident. I don't believe in it. And you know, I'm just a pastor, so you're gonna have to believe me whether you like it or not. You know, I'm just gonna speak it. It's not an accident. It's your time of prosperity. It's your time of restoration. It's your time to be restored. And it's your time, say it, it's my time.
It's my time, Eva.
It's your time to bring restoration to the nation and to the nations. And it is during, now get this, it is a heavenly principle that during the shaking comes a new seat of authority and a new birthing. Can you feel it? Say it. I can feel the shaking. Come on, say it. Come on. I say, I am the shaking. Say it, say it. Okay, now the other thing is I can hear the rain. Come on, somebody say I can hear the rain. Come on.
I can
Come on.
listen to the rain.
Okay, See, the new age products are the rain. You are the shaking, but the products are the rain. Noni, the nutrients of the islands. Shannon, the beauty of the Orient. Nutrify, the nutrition of science. Lusum, the skincare of the queens. Your skin is not a barrier. It is a carrier. Remember that. Purity, clean water, clean air. We know that as Africans, clean water is the necessity of life. Mavi, I'm sure I'm going to hear from Nick. But anyway, that is the unleashing of the mysteries of the body and the nutrients of Africa that are to come not only to us, but to the world. And then, get this, are you ready? The omni-channel and the compensation plan are the highways to abundance. Pretty good, huh?
Oh,
you like that? You like that? So I'm here to tell you, the new era is here. The new era, the new age is here. And the shaking is your boots. Come on, everybody, get your boots together. Go. Come on, everybody. Nambia, get up. Come on, get up, get up, get up. Shake it, shake it. You are the shaking. Bernard, get up off the couch. Come on, Bernard, get your people up off the couch. Come on, shake it, shake it. I want to see you shake it. I want the coach to be happy. Go right, catch that ball.
Okay.
You are the shaking.
We got it.
We got the rain. Can you hear it?
An absolute shaking.
Now get this. The rain
Thank
and the
you so much, Eva.
You are the tsunami.
Thank you so much. I hear
believe
it,
in
Eva.
you.
You know what, Eva? Do you remember Jerry always saying to us, Eva, that we don't have to know how, we don't have to know all the details. We just need to say, I believe. Right.
Amen.
And so, Eva, thank you for sharing that. You cause a stir and a shake, right? And we love you, Eva. Thank you for sharing your heart. And you are an amazing woman. We love you dearly. Thank you for sharing that. And guys, we're heading to a close. We are already 30 minutes over schedule, but I will be untrue to my team if I do not allow two amazing individuals to jump onto this call. One being, man, how do you explain and describe Joanie Van Straten? Joanie is a woman that she's a mom, she's a wife, she has an exceptional story, but man, she's smart. And she can do a Facebook post that I will burst out in tears with just reading it. She's just incredible. Joanie, are you on?
Hi guys, can you hear me?
We hear you, Joanie. Welcome and thank you for being on the call with us.
Oh my goodness, can I just say, what an act to follow after Ava. I don't think I can. Yes, this mom got a break tonight, so I'm out on the town celebrating New Age Africa in Africa, in the beautiful city of Bloemfontein. We have such a party in the background. If we open this door, you'll probably hear them shouting. This is how great this is. And oh my goodness, what a blessing. What a journey. What an absolute, just, I don't have words to describe this. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so obviously I am judged by not having a lot of intelligence. But let me tell you something. I know for a fact that this opportunity that was brought in front of me has changed my life. And only once ever have I had an opportunity like that. And that was with my 6-year-old girl who's turning 6 this year, who was diagnosed with a critical cardiac deficiency at birth. And we were given an opportunity. We were either going to have to leave her life be what it is, or take an opportunity to give her a chance. And it's changed our lives just as much as ARIIX came across my life. I didn't ask for it. I needed it desperately. But it came across my life at the exact divine moment I needed it to come across my life. And there's a saying that goes, there is nothing worse than missing an opportunity that could change your life. I am not sorry one bit that this opportunity has come across my life. The products have changed me for the better. It's changed my family for the better. The financial implications that it's brought into our lives is just mind-blowing. It's opened up a whole industry to me. Bear in mind, I'm new in this industry. I'm finding my way, but it is such an amazing company to be a part of in this industry. I cannot stress that enough. So yes, Africa, you have no idea how much this is going to change your lives. You want to be a part of this. Take it from me. I'm the most skeptical person you will ever meet. I'm changed. I'm changed for the better. I'm changed. Just get on this boat, get on this river. You want to be a part of this. And I want to leave you with something. ARIIX is now part of Africa. There's a saying in Africa that goes, you can wash the soil off of your sole of your feet, but you cannot wash it off the soul of your heart. So ARIIX is part of the soul of Africa. Bear that in mind when you talk to people about ARIIX. It's going to be big, it's going to be huge. You want to be a part of this. Thank you so much, guys, for giving me this opportunity. I'm really happy to join you guys, and yeah, good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Joanie. Wow, the soil of Africa. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. And we have the grand finale, of course, Mr. Michael Vlooh.
Yay, Michael! We love Michael. He's awesome. He is so awesome.
Michael, thank you for joining us today and sharing why you are so excited about New Age ARIIX Africa. If you can unmute yourself, that would be wonderful. Okay, let's
Trying
see.
to unmute.
Bloom 1. Okay,
I got it.
let's see.
I just unmuted them.
Got it. Thank you, and
Right.
okay.
Are you there, Michael? Oh, he went on a.
All right, can you hear me?
Yay! Yes.
I'm just gonna close that one.
We hear you.
So
Go for
I'm gonna
it.
do it a bit different than
Of
it's ever
course.
been done. I'm gonna share my screen. Can I just share my screen?
Yes.
Can I do that?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
I did a presentation for you.
Oh, of course.
Try it now. I just made him a co-host.
Thanks, Ant.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ant saves the day again.
Okay, we see your screen, Michael.
Okay, so my why is basically simple. It makes sense. When you think about ARIIX, it just makes sense. The more I think about it, I have sleepless nights because it's insane how much sense it makes. And we're getting to know new people, exceptional people. Like, I love it. And it's an amazing team. It's great support. We're building this together, and it's Super Saiyan products. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you to my alter ego that's going to tell you a story about Michael. So here he is. It's been 4 months since I have embarked on this journey, since I have been rejuvenized. I found energy in its purest and rawest form. After experiencing this focus and energy, I will not be embarking backwards to old ways. But then I discovered the mother of all, good mother of all, with her 36 superfood goody goodness, her Bloody Mary taste, how she works, all the work she does. How can we thank you for your service? You come from the best sources all over, wanting and giving the best for us. But, oh, sorry, I got a little off track there. Well, this is an awkward moment. Nigel, next slide. And then Purity, the water bottle. For all this, I met this young fellow who introduced me to water in its purest form. Crazy young man, though. Enjoy.
I have no words for this slide.
On my way to drink some polluted water.
Oh my. Coke. Oh my. Michael, you tried it? Sorry, Mom.
And then he also introduced me to the mystery of weight loss.
Oh my God.
Michael. Oh man. I think you have a real future, Michael. Showbiz is calling you. Definitely. Or dancing.
Wow. Ooh. Wow.
He lost some weight and he also lost his mind. Thank you.
Oh, Michael. Wow, Tam, we've had an interesting day. We've had Eava shake it off. We've had Michael drink it off. I mean, we've had a bit of movement today.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Michael. You are so awesome. Your videos are hysterical. You have to watch Michael's videos. If you get onto his Facebook, he's known for his funny videos. So we thought he'd be perfect to end our call to our Zoom today. And wow, what a day. What a day. What a day, Erika.
What a day, you guys. And I think maybe in closing, Tam, I want to ask you a question. What are your dreams? Yeah. What are you thinking about? What are you dreaming about? What are you hoping for? What areas of your life do you need to experience transformation in? And we want to invite you to embark on this journey with us. Yes. We are doing it, but we want you to join us. And I think Jules said it so beautifully. It's not about us. Brent said running free. And you know, when we run free, we can invite others to run free with us. So thank you for joining us. Eava, Tam, see, I'm confused. Tam, you close us out. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We appreciate
if you have been invited, get back with the person that invited you, get your questions answered. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you to all of our beautiful guests. And Africa is here. We'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.
Have a wonderful day, you guys.
Thank you. Feel free to unmute yourself if you'd like.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, Jules.
Thank
you, guys. Bye.
Amazing.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank y'all so much.
What a phenomenal virtual celebration. Way to go, South Africa.